Hi, sorry, just checking to make sure that I was actually speaking without actually having the wireless on. Anyway, most of you know me by now, Ania, and well, let's get real. You want to know the real Ania. And I actually have nothing but inspirational stories from my own life. So, here's a big one. When I turned 10 years old, it was the very first time that I felt my family member's hand on my boob. And I pretended like it didn't happen. Like, maybe it was a mistake or something like that. That's when it started. And sometimes these sort of things get conditioned into you so slowly and so easily that you actually start believing that, well, I guess that's normal. Until I came to Canada, and I was watching Geography channel, actually about Africa. If anything, it was about Africa too. Everybody already knows I love Africa, but that's not about that. I watched women getting abused and raped, and that's when I just realized what was happening to me. None of this stuff suddenly makes sense. It wasn't like, he cared about me or he loved me or I was some sort of a special thing. No, this was actually a perversion. That's not right. But I thought it was right. Because to me it was just like, I was a people pleaser. Especially in new country. I had no idea what else to look for. So I flipped. I ended up, during watching that video, I hid underneath the professor's table. And I just kept screaming, please don't hurt me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. It took female police officers to come in to the class, which, by the way, the rest of the class got dismissed because they knew they were dealing with something really bad. I just flipped. And for the longest time, I was constantly told I have some sort of anxiety, this and that, and I'm just disorganized and everything else. And that wasn't it. I was a confused child. Not sure exactly whether that was right or wrong. Nobody talked to me about that. So, for anyone that's ever gone through that, male or female, don't ever feel guilty about it, because it wasn't your fault. It was theirs. So, that's my message. And we are going to get into some very deep messages. Oh, did I tell you that I love physics? Not much of a chemistry person, but I love physics. My IQ is over 130. I didn't know that either. I did that test as a joke at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, apparently I'm not smart. My brain never shuts down, and that's the next thing we're going to talk about. How do you get settled down with insomnia and with that, especially because of stuff that you went through. So, my message right now to you is that if any of that stuff ever happened to you, please never feel bad. You weren't the problem. You were the channel that outrate channel. I was taken away from my home, from my mom, who was pregnant, from my brother Tom, who, well, we didn't really ever spend even an hour away from each other. And suddenly he lost his sister to this day. I felt guilty about that for the longest time. But I'm done feeling guilty now. And you've heard me say this before. I have forgiven, because forgiveness is a gift to you, not the other person. The other person's already moved on or has some sort of other issues. Forgiveness is giving yourself the freedom to sit there and say, this was not my fault. So, that's deep, that's harsh, but that's me. And while you're looking at all these cute little pictures, there's a real person behind them. There's a real soul. There's a real spirit. There is a real heart. So, forgive yourself. That's the biggest thing. Forgive yourself. Because you're not at fault. So, thanks guys for listening, watching, subscribe, stay on top, because we are going to tackle subjects that most people don't even talk about. Ask me if I care whether anybody likes it or not. I will take on whatever the hottest topic of a day is. And today is abuse. So, forgive yourself. It's the best thing you can ever do. gives you freedom. And I'm gonna stop before I start crying. Take care, guys.